Oh, yeah, brother. It's me. It's me. It's Vince McMahon. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Oh, my God.
Welcome, everybody, to the April 21st edition of the Sports Drive here on this Thursday, the day after Hump Day. Hope you guys are doing well. After 420 Day as well, but we don't need to get into that either. Before we get started, I want to dedicate this show to the late memory of Milt Pappas, the late great Chicago Cub who passed away the other day, and also Chyna, former WWE performer. She was the first female wrestler I've ever seen perform in wrestling growing up as a kid. So rest in peace goes out to Chyna. Passed away last night at the age of 46. I got a lot more to go into that as we get to our opening rant today. But we got a lot to go and talk about today. Today's like shows like this today is a reminder of why we got to keep that positive vibe and drive going. Because, when it comes to the future, like Sting says all the time, nothing is for sure. So you got to keep those positive vibes going. Anyways, make sure to follow the Arena Sports Network if you guys have the chance. Snowman puts a lot of work into this brand, and we're going to get a lot of new sponsors, and the brand keeps picking up momentum as the years go, as the months and days go by. So follow the Arena Sports Network if you give it a chance. Anyways, let's get to the Gene Honda introductions.
I hear you, brother.
Ready?
Yes.
Set. Okay, where'd it go?
Oops, somebody dropped.
Okay, Frank, I'm whooping your ass.
Whooping my ass.
Go for it, Josh.
Introducing first, from Blue Bumblebee, Indiana,
Oh, God.
Donald Trump's lackey. The Ned Flanders of the Sports Drive.
What?
The big win, Frank Sprankle.
And he likes making blue outfits.
Hey, you know what? Let me just say, you played Bad to the Bone by George Thorogood. You know when I
It's Snowman, I got him rolling.
I gotta tell you, dude, when I think,
I hate you, Josh.
you know what I think about when I think about Bad to the Bone?
Yeah.
I think of the T-800 as he's coming out of the biker bar in Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Really?
Yeah, remember after it comes out of the biker bar, I think the owner of the biker bar holds a shotgun and says, "You can't take the man's wheels." That's what I think about when I think of Bad to the Bone.
Bad to the Bone. Okay, got that song continue going on, Snowman, or no?
Oh, the song's going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Introducing second, from Blue Bumblebee, Pacific Northwest, Bumblefuck USA. we got a young man who plays center field for the Pablo Sandoval fan club.
That's an insult.
Insult. You can see him at your local Walmart in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. Make sure you get your dentist appointments there as well. And JC Penny.
Is he a psychiatrist at this moment?
It's our co-host, the one and only Drew Carey himself, Sean Mann.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Sports Drive on this Thursday, April 21st, 2016. I'm feeling better. I'm glad the swollen face is getting better. That antibiotics has really kicked in and really done its job. Glad to be back, ready to rock and roll. And
we're missing something.
And I have something to say.
Hey, we're missing something.
What are we missing? We're missing something. What are we
We're
missing?
missing Sean saying year.
Shut up! Oh, gosh.
Hear, and I'm also going to say that too. I'm also
Shut up, Josh.
I got something in the mail. Panda sent me an autograph piece of paper, and he said,
God!
my favorite fan who
Hey, did a piece of paper come from Panda Express?
Yes,
Did he sign in on there?
It's from the Panda Express because
was it an Instagram photo from Panda Express?
That's his fault.
You know the bad thing about that, Sean, is you touch something where you don't know where Pablo Sandoval's hands have been during that time.
Dude,
Bill should have claimed that in and of itself.
he also sent me in the mail, Browning, also that on a piece of paper his autograph and his broken belt, and I have that somewhere.
Oh God!
dude, why would you that as a momentum?
Why do you have that broken belt? Do you want bad luck all the time now? I mean, what the hell's up with that?
What's up with that?
Yeah, let me ask you, Sean. Let me ask you: if every Red Sox lost, do you whip your TV with that bat?
No. Every time I think of a broken belt,
Put it on Amazon.
I think of him when with the broken belt. Every time I look at that thing, it's so memorable.
All right,
Sean,
Dude, my goodness, you're sick.
Sean, you sound like a freshman in high school that got rejected by the hottest senior in the class.
You know, guys, let me ask you this:
I make that joke, Sean. I make that joke lovingly because a snowman's been there. I know how it feels.
same here.
Hey, let me ask you this, Sean. Does Walmart have psychiatrists too?
Hear ye. Of course they got psychiatrists. They got a dentist. They got a haircut in the subway.
Dude, you're gonna need
They got the freaking. I bet you they got the damn fucking Coeur d'Alene, Idaho courtroom there too. While we're at it, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there you go. Quarter Walmart.
You think the entire Idaho, you would think the entire Idaho State University is in that Walmart, okay?
Exactly.
The Walmart's as big as the and I mean this jokingly, Idaho State's multi-purpose stadium is smaller than the Walmart that's in Idaho.
All right, let's keep blasting.
Let's go.
We got
Yeah, let's
more
go.
introduction to do. All right, introducing at third. Any third. Colin Kaepernick supporter himself, the big snowman, dabbing on screen as we speak to you right now. He's a man who hails from Indiana, LaPorte, Indiana, but he is a Chicago White Sox fan, Brian Snow.
I got some shit to say about the NBA that I never thought I would say in the 30-plus years I've been following it. And it's going to piss a lot of people off because they're so in love with the modern NBA. But to borrow a line from a famous movie, frankly, my dear, I don't give a fuck. That's how I am right now. What's up, Browning Master? And I'll do the last introduction. Speaking of rants, this is a fellow that has a rant for ages about certain subjects that other sports hosts on ESPN and Fox Sports are afraid to hit. But we're not, and neither is he. It's our fearless leader, Josh Lopez.
Year he.
Gosh.
Don't steal my line. Don't steal that. I came up with it. Year. And Frank enjoyed hearing that as well.
Hey, you know, I speak.
Whenever, Sean, whenever you do the hear ye, you run all the girls away. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I agree. Yes.
No, the girls fine.
I'm the proprietor of truth when it comes to sports and professional wrestling. But
Definitely
at the same time, I could bust your chops and make you laugh at the same time. Always like to keep that motto going. Anyways, we got a lot to get to today, right, Sean? Read down the rundown for today's show.
All right, our rundown that we got for today's show that Josh and I discussed along with Frank. Let me go take a look. Here we go. Now here we go. Okay, here we go. Intro, and we got an opening rant today. We got the MLB Who's Hot or Not. Tom Thibodeau, going to the Minnesota Timberwolves as the coach and the president. That's big news out of Minneapolis, Minnesota today with Tom Thibodeau. Yes. Who can come back from a 3-1 deficit? Will it be the LA Kings or the Chicago Blackhawks with their backs against the wall? LeBron James is ruining the NBA basketball.
Yeah. Oh, Sean, you just figuring that one out?
Hey, I'm the one that wrote that. Douche, shut up.
You know what? I have something to say. Blue Bumble. Hey, Frank, go focus on knitting up your Blue Bumblebee outfit so I can please it.
Dude, can you think of something new? That sounds pretty lame. This Blue Bumblebee.
You're unoriginal. You're unoriginal like Pablo Sandoval's weight loss program.
Y'all look in the chat room right now because of what Brownie Master just put up.
No, I'd be the ladies' man, Brownie. You cut that out. Yeah, you
Now with those glasses.
Hey, the overrated bowling player just made a very good point. Nothing. Made no sense with that. The ladies would find me attractive. Oh, shut up.
No comment on that.
Why would they find you attractive with all that Red Sox bullshit you have
Exactly.
on?
Yeah, exactly.
Look at that. Hey, number one.
And what woman wants Ted Williams root beer?
Hey, don't talk about the greatest hitter who ever lived. And remember, I won that.
Subjective.
That's
subjective.
Okay. I'm gonna piss Sean off. I'm gonna piss Sean off because he always likes to say Ted Williams was the greatest hitter ever. I'll give you 3 left-handers right now that can out-hit him. Number 1, George Brett. Number 2, Will Clark.
Correct.
And number 3, a Hall of Famer, Ken Griffey Jr.
And don't forget Tony Gwynn in that scenario as well.
I hate to say this for the 4 of them, that all 4 are overrated.
They are.
Hi, Sean.
So now we're going to throw people out?
I do have a happening. Okay. On this day in sports history, we got the Skippy Dash Shower, Fact or Fiction, and lastly, the spoken word.
Do we love ourselves some Fact or Fiction on this program?
Yes. All right, let's go.
All right, intro opening grants. Who wants to go first?
I'll go first.
All right, go ahead, Snowman. Floor is yours.
Okay. Adam Silver, once upon a time, I loved you when you took over for David Stern because of all the bullshit David Stern did to globalize the brand of the NBA and not take care of the players from here. But I hate to say this, but you're David Stern's bitch still, and Stern's been gone a couple of years because it's obviously being set up for a Miami-Cleveland reunion in the Eastern Conference Finals, so they can boost their ratings, because they know ESPN is doing a shitty job of carrying the NBA right now. Yeah. I hate to put ABC in this bunch as well, but since ESPN and ABC are busy boning each other in the ass because they've had a hand in each other's pie since 1984, and no one wants to speak this right now, who the hell that's a real basketball fan that remembers Lakers Celtics from the 80s, Bulls Pistons from the late 80s, and Bulls Knicks from the 90s is going to pay attention to a series that has obviously been rigged to be put together just so LeBron James can go back to Miami for 2, possibly 3 days, and they can boost everything in South Beach right now. The NBA is trying to make it all about the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm sorry, and I hate to tell you this, Miami nor Cleveland will not win the NBA championship. As much as David Stern has a hand in Adam Silver's pot right now, because this is David Stern's doing. Adam Silver's got nothing to do with this. I could completely abolish him, but if Adam Silver had any kind of nuts right now, he could go case by case and see that it's being set up for Miami and Cleveland to be in the Eastern Conference Finals just so they can overshadow the Spurs and the Warriors or whoever plays the Warriors in the Western Conference Finals. They want to boost the East. They want to boost Cleveland because they know whoever comes out of the East is going to get their ass kicked in the NBA Finals. That's my opening rant.
You know what?
It's kind of sad that Mickey Mouse is ruining basketball and journalism, but that's neither here or there. Go ahead, Sean.
I will say I agree with what Snowman is saying completely. I'm just saying, Celtics, 2 more losses, and they'll be done entirely with the NBA season. Because it's like, if Miami and Cleveland meet, all they're going to talk about is what's the reaction going to be like when LeBron James goes up against his former team and even 2 of his good friends, Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. I'll be so sick of it. I will be. And I will boycott that. I will boycott the rest of the playoffs if the Celtics get booted out. And they probably will. I'll save that when we get to the NBA playoffs, though. My opening rant is we stay right along the lines with ESPN. First, ESPN fires Bill Simmons and gets rid of him.
Yeah.
Kurt Schilling posted something on his Facebook last night. Kurt Schilling did. And you know what, ESPN? You are a real bad network. If you don't like what somebody is, you know what? My bone to pick with ESPN is this. Aren't we supposed to be opinionated and supposed to express what we believe and what we feel is right? Yeah. Now you fire Kurt Schilling, and you know what? Kurt is still one of my favorites because of what he did with the Red Sox. And, of course, with the Diamondbacks was impressive, too, as he was the co-MVP with Randy Johnson in the 01 Fall Classic. Now you get rid of a guy who is a great baseball personality. But we already know that network hires players who played in the game with non-journalism skills. But Schilling posted something on his Facebook, and ESPN said this. Due to our agreement, we have decided that Kurt Schilling will be relieved of his duties and fired from ESPN because we found his thing that he posted offensive. He's just expressing an opinion. You are so stupid, ESPN. You suck. I'm sorry. You suck. I mean, think about it. You got rid of Bill Simmons, and you know what's really bad? You get rid of Bill Simmons and Kurt Schilling, and yet you let the overrated Skip Bayless say whatever the crap he wants. Pretty stupid if you get my drift.
It is stupid. It's absolutely stupid. And Sean, we have talked about this before. Do you see how bad ESPN is dropping in the ratings when it comes to the competition? I mean, expressing your opinion is one thing, but firing people on the basis of expressing an opinion that is outside of what they do for a living? Come on, y'all. What happened to this? What happened to the balls that this country had once upon a time when it comes to expressing an opinion? What happened to the balls that this country had once upon a time when it came to freedom of speech? I'll tell you exactly where it went. It went right up the ass of the PC police.
And you know, whatever happened to the times when ESPN used to be so good when they had Dan Patrick and Bill Pito and Stuart Scott, the late, great Stuart Scott, and Chris Berman, who I really like with his football personality. And when he would always say, back, 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 good! You know, it's always great with that.
Have y'all noticed that they have not let Chris Berman be Chris Berman anymore?
Correct.
Yeah.
They have not let one of the main anchors who started this thing, and Frank's got something for us. One of the main anchors who started ESPN, they're not letting him be himself anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Thoughts about ESPN?
Nice.
That's my thoughts about ESPN and political correctness right there.
There you go.
Because whatever you would say or whatever they would find offensive, they'll boot you and fire you. And I just felt it wasn't fair for Bill Simmons when he got fired a few years ago. And what was it, October of 2014? They didn't like what he said, and then they kicked him off. And here's Skip Bayless getting away with it. I was like going, why don't you fire him? He makes some of the most stupidest comments, and he's so repetitive with his favorite words that drives Frank and everybody upset. Which we could just draw a picture of. Yeah, here's the thing. You could draw a picture of Skip Bayless and put it right next to my in the dictionary. Boom! That's him.
My opening rant is not PC.
Good.
For those who don't know, I am a big professional wrestling fan.
Yes, you are.
Been covering it as a job for the last 3 years, and it always breaks my heart when I find out that wrestlers, whether female or male, pass away. And Chyna passed away last night at the age of 46 due to drug overdose. And professional wrestling is sure had taken a public beating through Nimrods like Katie Couric or Nancy Grace or Geraldo Rivera and dumbasses who go on CNN and run their mouth about a business they don't know two shits about. And, these men and women put their bodies on the line. They're not perfect human beings, but nobody is a perfect human being. And Chyna sure had her personal demons, but she was turning the corner. She fought through a lot in her life. She paved the way for a lot of women in today's wrestling. I remember when I was growing up during the Attitude Era, Chyna was the first female wrestler I've ever seen that. She was the first woman to compete in the King of the Ring tournament. She was the first woman to compete in the Royal Rumble match. She was the only woman to be the Intercontinental Champion. She was part of DX. A lot of stuff Chyna did. And if you really think about it, Chyna's run only lasted about 4 years.
Yeah.
If you really think about it.
Wasn't long.
And that much of an impact she had in that short of time will last on for years and years. My issue, and I know people know about this, people know why Chyna left the company. We know the issues about her in the past with her and Stephanie McMahon and Triple H and blah, 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 blah. My issue is when somebody passes away, you should be celebrating their life. Not going on social media and bringing up dirty laundry and irrelevant fucking shit that has nothing to do with what's going on. Okay, could WWE could have handled their situation better with Chyna during that time?
I think so, yeah.
Absolutely. But they have no control over that. We don't have no control of when we're going to be here or when we're not going to be here anymore. We don't have any control over that. And to bring up these irrelevant, dirty laundry shit because you want to act holier and now is fucking bullshit. It's insensitive, to be honest with you. I know you're saying, oh, what happened to the country having no ball, snowman? Well, at the same time, you got to realize in this society, people want to go and attack people to make themselves feel better about a situation. It's bullshit.
It is. And you know what's really bad? Gentlemen, about social media is just how people think they can control you when you don't control me. The only person that controls you is yourself. And that's why I'm saying social media is an effing joke. That's why I realize I don't want to be on freaking Facebook anymore. I pretty much have. I have to post the show, and that's it.
No, you don't. Somebody else can do it.
Well, Frank, when you're in a media business, you have to promote your stuff.
Yeah, you have to promote it. Yeah. That's why Josh and Snowman would want me to do it. I post the show, and then when we're done, I'm off of it because I find out that the stupid freaking book face is a stupid effing joke. Twitter, same thing. We have to have a Twitter because if we didn't have Twitter, we wouldn't be on Blab right now.
Hey, you have the right for freedom of speech, but at the same time, if you're going to be that insensitive, I just hope that you find eternal peace before you pass away. To be a scumbag and have that cynical of a mindset when somebody fucking passed away and you have to bring up shit that has nothing to do with what happened and that couldn't change what was happening to her, it's freaking irrelevant and freaking sad.
It is.
Well, of course it is. Yeah, definitely.
We live in a very sad, scary, and crazy world. I was just saying, I've been helping. I got a friend of mine. I've been saying to her exactly.
Well, look at. I saw fans last night saying, "Oh, WWE better acknowledge Chyna's passing." Triple H put a tweet out. Stephanie McMahon put a tweet out. The WWE Twitter account put a tweet out. Right about it, and then they do it, and then these fucking nimrods go and say, "Oh, nice try to be sympathetic." Don't get on your fucking high horse and say, oh, tell somebody to do something, and then when they do it, you still want to call them out. That's fucking pot calling the kettle black, you fucking ignorant bitches.
I mean, you idiots that's why it's such a joke. And you know what? I'm telling you right now, Facebook and Twitter will not be around forever. I am not joking. One of these days, it's going to be gone. There's going to be some new social media thing out there, and then I will debate even if I want to sign up for it. I really will, because it's like really, really sad.
I'm only on there to promote myself, to be honest with you.
Promote the show. Yeah, Josh, it's like you're promoting the show and you're doing your stories. I mean, that's what you have to do. Frank, you're doing the same thing. Me, I'm promoting the show.
I got a lot to do. I got a lot that I'm promoting.
That's the same with me when I promote the play-by-play broadcast. That's all I use it for.
And the only reason why I have this is because I have the messenger on there in case Josh or Snowman need to message me. And I got my text because if Frank needs to get a hold of me.
Social media has provided a platform for today's society to be even more cowards. We've gone from having an actual conversation like this or in person or calling somebody on the phone to going on our fucking keyboards and to degrade people but we can't say it or try to hash it out like a real.
Somebody came up with a term. Keyboard gangsters is what this world has become for the most part because of social media.
Yes.
I debated even signing up for Facebook in 2010. It's like, oh, you need to get on Facebook. My first question is, what the fuck is Facebook? Now I'm hating it. I'm hating Facebook, and all I do is promote the broadcast, promote the company. That's it. I don't look at timelines anymore. I get alerts on my phone when someone responds to one of the posts for a play-by-play call. I put ads out on there for folks that want to contribute content or host a show on our network. That's it. I don't do anything else. I mean, hell, I will say this: if it were not for social media, that's how we would not have landed Cleaver supplements. Let me get this out. Let me get this out of the way as I reach for my cards here. Today's program brought to you by Cleaver Supplements, pure supplements for when genetics are not enough. My thanks to James Cleaver for sponsoring our programming for the next year.
Thanks, James.
But it's as far as social media is not social. I use it for business. Period.
Let me take my father, for example. When Facebook was launched in 2003, my dad exploded and said, what a stupid joke to put that thing up there. He said, people are going to get zapped. People are going to get hurt. And it's happened to me. I've gotten hurt so much on there. So I said, I don't care. And, a friend of mine who she's a great friend of mine. We visit all the time. We both just said, we don't care anymore. We are done with our days with Bookface. We want to stay off as much as possible. And my dad was telling me a few days ago when I was coming home from the doctor, he said to me, it's making you better, Sean, because now you're a normal person. You're not an addict. Because if you stay on there and you spend all your freaking time on stupid Facebook, you're an addict and you just live on there, and you got to have other things to do besides sit behind your phone or on your stinking computer. Yeah, exactly, Brian. Exactly, bud. I mean, it's nuts. And then having to listen to people be opinionated.
Browning, she died from drug overdose.
That's what caused it.
Yeah. That was. I'll tell you what, very shocked. Hey, Sean, let me ask you: do you feel better being off social media? I mean, does it make you personally? Your dad says the same thing, but do you personally feel better?
I do feel better. I feel better. One thing about Facebook: way too much toxic drama. Way too much toxic drama.
Yeah, but people create it. People create it. It's people. People create it. It's what people make of it.
Yeah. And you feel better being off of it because then you have other things to do, and it makes me happy. Like I talk with my friends. I talk with a very good friend on the phone. She and I have good discussions. That's it. And we don't really care because it's like, yeah, I understand, Frank. Running to Bookface or running to Twitter to complain about your problems is the absolute worst thing to do. You can't do that because other people don't want to hear it. That's the point. It's crazy.
And I fell into that after what dipshit Dell did to me last March. I was just so angry I needed to explode. But being off, and you guys have noticed, I've been off of Bookface more than I've been on it. The only time I'm on it is when I promote programs and promote games and things like that. I'm not into the drama. Period. I'm not into the drama. What the fuck am I going to get into the drama for? It's nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just love how people try to get into moral debates, and everybody always feels like they're the proprietor, they're the god of all situations. They can do everything. They can do everything better than anybody else.
You can't. I can't.
I mean, it's one thing to say, this team is not playing good. Oh, they should be doing a better job. But honestly, I really get offended when people say that somebody should lose their job. I don't care what the situation is. If they're a bad coach, they're a bad coach. But to say that people need to lose their jobs and say, we could be a better GM is just insulting. And as broadcasters, we're insulting the fans' intelligence. Because if we were, Stephen A. fucking Smith would be a fucking manager for the New York Knicks, right? But no, he's not.
He's not qualified.
He can say all he wants, but he's not going to do anything about it.
Let me go back to ESPN, which kicked off our rant there's something that they've done recently, and I know we talked about it, and I talked about Fred Victor about it for a good hour last night. Have y'all noticed during the NBA broadcast that when someone shoots a three-point shot, a red line pops up?
Yeah. That's ESPN. Yeah, that's ESPN only. ESPN only.
The hotline. The hotline.
Maybe it's just because of their digital technology. I don't know.
I don't mind that. Wait, so I don't mind that.
Look, I never thought I'd speak this because the network would never stoop so low, but that's dumbing down the fans. I mean, if they're watching the game, they can obviously see that three-point line that's 23 feet, 6 inches all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay? The only time where you may have to use that is on a replay, not during live action.
And I would only use the red thing is when a particular player is getting hot from that area, to be honest with you.
You know, and I can understand, excuse me, I can understand to a point using it for football, determining where the first down marker is.
That's awesome.
Yeah. But I applaud everybody on the networks, on all the networks that carry football, to drop the disclaimer and say the disclaimer that is our measurement and not the official measurement. I'll give every network credit that covers football that.
Hey, Frank, what's your debate? Because we got to move on. We got a lot.
No, you know what? I guess I don't really have much of an opening rant. I mean, listen, I think you guys are hitting it home. I mean, if you're going to make social media your life, then guess what? You have no life. I honestly believe the ultimate way to communicate is talking with that person face to face. That's the way you do it.
You know, exactly. And my dad was saying that too. My dad goes, doesn't it feel good, Sean, that you are off of effing book face, because look at all the trouble that's caused you and stuff too. And I said, absolutely, Dad. And Dad goes, I'm proud of you, Sean, that you're there for close friends who have gotten bullied really, really bad on there. It's really. I mean, the thing that breaks my heart is when I see people get bullied, or when I see people get their pictures photoshopped, or people getting. That's just not right at all. I felt it was miserable. It sucked. I hated it. Go ahead, Josh. Sorry.
I've dealt with bullying from elementary school to high school. You know, dealing with my issues of being deaf for the first few years of my life. There's a lot of catching up mentally that I had to do. And it wasn't an easy thing. You know, I have to deal with people poking fun at me, taking indirect shots. Hell, I even have it today at times, because you know what? When you have a talent, or whenever you're doing something positive and you're not like everybody else, people look at you like a target, because they feel like they can't be in the same position.
Let me piggyback on that, Josh. You know why they look at you as a target? Because I've been bullied from elementary school all the way up until now. That is putting me through, and I'm telling y'all right now, by the end of the summer, that something is going to get fried like a catfish in court. When I'm done.
You know what was really bad for me, Snowman? I'll tell you this, and I don't know if I told all three of you this.
Go ahead.
We'll make this quick, and I'll make this very, very quick because we got a lot of other stuff to get to. When I was in that group, it was called the Boston Bronx Smackdown group. I was in that group for 8 months. First time, I mean, you guys roast me because of fun, and they would roast me too. But every time, but for a while, I got tired of it, and I thought enough was enough. With them, the worst thing is when they said kill jokes addressed toward me. They called me a serial. Yeah, they called me a serial killer.
Why?
They called me because I don't know why, but this guy from Arizona called me and other people called me a serial killer, a killer, man massacre. It was horrible. They called me all of that, and I saw a long thing, and it was an attacking of me and my interests. I followed the whole entire post, and I said, you guys are nothing but pricks. And I just left the group. I didn't say it, but I just looked at it. All of that was directed toward me. And then I left them alone and still did. And I was very grateful for it, but they still continued their attacks toward me. And I just was – the worst one was when they photoshopped a picture with me and a machine gun. This loser, this prick from Michigan. Hated them.
I've gotten off groups on Facebook as well, because remember, and Josh, you've seen this live, okay? I make a post about something in a group, and I back it up with facts.
Indeed,
I back it up with facts all the time. Matter of fact, this started in December after Christmas when I posted a statement that said, and I quote, Draymond Green is a better forward than LeBron James.
Yes.
Josh, you saw the attack that I got for a full week.
And I defended you on that one because people were going after the snowman. Like I bit my tongue for so many years of people going after me and calling me names and assuming shit that they don't know about me. You know, I have had people say, "Oh, this guy is a loner. This guy is non-social. He's not outgoing. He's this. He's that." No, I'm reclusive at times. I'll admit that, but I am cautious of who I surround myself with. I'm not going to allow people to take advantage of me anymore. I'm not. I had to deal with this shit for over a decade, and I've had enough of it. And it sucks, man. You know, like, it doesn't matter what you do. You could be a really talented guitar player, but people want to judge you for something that's totally irrelevant because they don't have the balls or the courage to take the time to get to know you as a human being. You want to know something about me? Ask me. Don't go asking somebody else, "Oh, what's up with this guy?"
I'm going to make Josh laugh really quick.
Yeah, he needs it. We all need to laugh.
When he just screamed, "If you want to know something about me, ask me." Okay, Josh, I just have one question and one question only. How big do you want your burgers from Bar Louie?
But
I knew that would get him. I knew that would get him.
I've never had a burger from there.
I will say this. I have a surprise for Josh and Frank. I don't know where I'm going to pull it off, but I'm going to go ahead and say it. One morning, Josh, Frank, and I will do the sports drive from downtown Chicago.
All righty, yes.
Yes.
Hey, I'm giving you some props. A lot of props.
It's going to be coming soon. All right, what we got next, Josh?
Next topic here. Just really quick, I'm just going to toss out some names about who's hot and who's not when it comes to the baseball season so far. A lot of teams already passed 16 games already. That's crazy.
The Chicago White Sox.
Yeah. White Sox pitching staff. How about the White Sox pitching staff?
White Sox have the number one bullpen in baseball right now with a 1.52 ERA.
David Robertson, the closer.
Former Yankee. He's doing better with the White Sox than he did with the Yankees. I'll say that.
You know something? David Robertson is performing better now than he did in his first 2 seasons with the White Sox as their closer. He's on a pace, and I never thought I'd say this, but he's on a pace right now to break Bobby Thigpen's record.
57 saves in 1990.
1990, absolutely.
7 saves.
But the entire White Sox pitching staff, and I know the Cubs have been on a roll too, but the entire White Sox pitching staff is the hottest pitching staff in the majors.
I'll agree there.
Hey, doesn't that ring a bell to another year when we had an underrated pitching staff?
This is a question for Josh and Snowman. This is a question for Josh and Snowman. If this keeps up with the White Sox, do you really think you're starting to see memories of 05? I mean, do you kind of think –
yeah. They're not hitting a bunch of home runs like they would back in the day.
You know what?
They're playing smart ball.
I follow the White Sox as well. No, actually, let Snowman go because he's a White Sox fan. But here's the thing. I follow the White Sox just as much as I follow the Cubs. I can certainly answer that. And I'll just say, yes, it does.
You know what? 3 different occasions already this year, or 4 different occasions already this year will give you a reminder of 2005. And here's the reason. A 2-1 score. 1-run ball games. Since 2013, the White Sox have sucked at winning 1-run ball games. This year, we've only lost twice in 1-run ball games. And I
can give you guys another team, and Snowman will remember this. You guys won't. But I can give you guys another team that won games the same way as far as the White Sox were concerned. Winning ugly 1983. They won a lot of close games that year.
They won. In fact,
was it Doug Ryder that gave them the winning ugly?
Yeah. 83 was the winning ugly team. And if my numbers are correct, I may be off, but 45 wins in 1-run games.
In 83.
I said this before the season started. The key for the Sox to get rolling is winning series. It's not about leading the league in offense or this or that. It's just play smart and taking advantage of wins as much as you can.
You know what? And that's exactly the key to
I got a package.
Down.
I like good times. This is a good show.
Wait.
Wait, guys. That's the spirit.
Gentlemen, I'd have to say, though, it's just the fact that what Dustin Pedroia would always say, the key to winning a World Series is you have to win 2, 3 out of 4 sweeps. You do that, you'll win. If you don't, you put yourself in a position to lose and stuff, too. And, the White Sox are doing it because they are not going to get rid of the best pitcher that they've got in Chris Sale, because Chris Sale's been outstanding. This team is hitting. They've got pitching, their bullpen. Frank, I since we're talking baseball, props on the Chicago Cubs, buddy.
Yes,
you know what? I knew that the Cubs were going to be very good before the beginning of the season. I know, Snowman, you picked the Pirates, but the Cubs, though, Joe Madden is a veterin manager, and he knows how to.
Hey, they're putting their foot up the division team's ass.
I love seeing that. I love seeing that. I absolutely love seeing that because for once, the Cub fans don't have to complain about losing in the division because they're kicking the division's ass right now. Exactly. The only series that the White Sox have lost this year, we lost 2 out of 3 in Tampa, and that halted a 5-game winning streak. Then we lost the first one with the Angels, but then we won the last 2 with the Angels, so we won another series. Justin Pedroia said it best, and before Pedroia said it, Ozzie Guillen said it in 2005. You got to win series. Don't think about going for the sweep all the time. If you can get 2 out of 3 every series, or 3 out of 4 every series, or in a couple come up with a split, you're fine.
Yeah, you're good. And the Cubs are doing well too, Frank. And I got to ask you, your thoughts so far on what Joe Madden's doing. Is he doing it with small ball, Frank, or is it just?
Yes. Oh no, prominently small ball. Listen, if you take a look at on base percentage, and I'll be honest, when it comes to one baseball statistic, I look at OPS more than I look at BA, batting average. And the Cubs are leading the league in on base percentage. And I'll tell you what, say what you want about modern day baseball. People, the fans want to see, they want to see the lawn balls. They want to see your team blow them out with 6, 7 runs. I disagree. I win. But here's the thing. You play small ball to do it. You don't necessarily hit the homer all the time. And what has impressed me with the Cubs is they're getting on base and they're bringing in runs that way. That has been the key right there.
Hey, Chris Bryant made a hell of a catch yesterday in left field.
I didn't see it. I missed the game. I was working, but I heard about it.
Chris Bryant made a hell of a catch in left field, and at the same time, Mike Trout should have known better when his spikes got caught in the 9th inning yesterday. And Sand said, "Oh, you're gonna try and run on me?" and fired a dart to pick him off.
Yeah. Hey, hold up, Sean. Speaking of teams who are not hot, I can just go through a big list here. You got the Pittsburgh Pirates, the Mets, the Royals,
the Giants,
the who else? Let's see, the Atlanta Braves,
the New York
Yankees, the Skankies.
Skankies.
Hey, product placement time. This package, this is part of our advertising deal. This is Kleber Supplements.
Thanks, Kleber. Hey, yeah. I like that shirt. I like that. Nice.
I get one of those, though, man.
I got to give you some more props. Got to give you more props, dude.
They know I'm trying to drop weight, so they sent me a couple rounds of fat burner.
Oh, nice.
And what else did they send? Oh, my gosh. Wait,
what's that? I don't know what that is.
Oh! I know what this is. This is the product that I know I'm going to love. James and I love the name that he gives. James calls it small serum. And this is for one is for pre-workout and one is for post-workout.
Oh, great.
He sent me two rounds of this, and all of our programming this year was brought to you by Kleber Supplements. And I think this is a shirt. Yeah, this is a shirt. So I'm going to find a way to hang this up in my office. So this is the package that I got from Kleber Supplements. because the deal we did, part of it was cash and part of it was product, and this is the product package that we got from Cleaver Supplements. So thank you, Cleaver Supplements, for that. And who just yawned?
I did. I had to work late. Hey, I was working last night. Hey, come in. Give me one yawn. One yawn. One yawn.
For one team I want to talk about very closely would be the team in the AL East that's really doing bad, which is the New York Yankees. The Yankees right now are 5-8 right now. The Yankees have got really bad starting pitching. Tanaka has been okay for them, seeming like he's been the leader of the team. But you know why the Yankees aren't doing it? The Yankees are doing it simply because of the fact that they don't have a chance with the way they're playing right now. They're putting men in scoring position and they're leaving them stranded. They played Seattle. They had runners at second and third, nobody out, left them all stranded. And then this the pitcher for the Mariners struck out all three of the batters with the chance for them to score. The Yankees are awful. And I'm going to tell you one thing. If the Yankees keep this up, gentlemen, Brian Cashman and Joe Girardi both could be out the door. As they're both on the hot seat. I've kind of been saying it. They're both on the hot seat because you know, if the Steinbrunners, they will not tolerate this losing. They get swept by Oakland. They're 5-9 and they're in last place. It's expected that the Yankees are supposed to be bad. I never even thought they were going to be good anyway. A lot of people were predicting that they weren't going to be very good. Like an 82 and 80 team, or maybe they could finish with a losing record. I mean, and bring back the decade of the.
Well, that's what I had predicted. Them was finishing with a losing record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Josh, you got a red ass phone over there. What are you doing, man?
What are you calling? What are you calling?
Josh has got. Josh, let me see the phone. Let me see the phone. Put the phone up to the camera. Y'all see that? And it's an iPhone.
That's just a red case.
That's a red ass phone.
That's an OtterBox.
I don't know.
That's OtterBox? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about the are you gentlemen surprised about the Houston Astros? Here's a 5-10 team. Remember last year, this is a team that went to the playoffs. Houston 5-10. Are we starting to see the repeat of what we saw when they were really bad the last few years?
Well, this is not the same.
I can't because
last year. They started slow last year and then they picked it up. Like if you think about it, right before the All-Star break, Houston got hot, including a sweep in Texas.
Yeah. You know, Sean, you're going to have those teams that always start off cold, but they get really going by August or July. But at the same time, you have teams like Colorado who start playing really good, and then they start fizzling by the end of the year.
Speaking of who's hot, how about this Trevor Story kid?
Oh, yes, the story of the Rockies. This guy, he didn't really do much.
How about this Trevor Story kid?
Yeah.
How about him? Rookie of the year?
But the question with the Colorado Rockies, though, is can they keep up in the NL West? Because
they got Nolan are what I can't pronounce his last name.
Arendano?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, no,
he's really good. I for those who don't know, I do a lot of MLB recap results, and I always see him in the scoring sheets. So that guy brings in a lot of.
You gonna start putting on the ASS site, bud?
I will.
Okay.
I have a lot of them. I don't know if I could put all of them on there.
Here's a question for all of you, though. All of your thoughts on the Atlanta Braves and the Minnesota Twins.
Okay, can I just answer that in 4 words?
Yeah, go ahead, bud.
Who gives a fuck?
Exactly. Hey, don't say that. The Mammoth family's getting upset. Don't say that.
Hey, we kicked their ass in Target Field. We got no business winning in Target Field, and we swept them. Who gives a flying fig Newton about the Twinkies right now? And as I say that, as I say that, watch later on this year. There's gonna be some goof, and Josh, you know this. You know what I'm about to say. Being a White Sox fan, as I say, who cares about the Minnesota Twins? Some goofy shit is gonna happen.
Well, this is the Twins.
And hey, how about this one, Sean? Who gives a flying fig dude about the Detroit Tigers? I'm sorry, Snowman, but that's my nickname for the Tigers.
Look, Donna would appreciate it, okay?
Yes.
Donna would get. If she were here, Donna would get such a kick out of you using that name. All right? If I know one thing about my daughter, if she were to hear her name mentioned in any way whatsoever, there'd be a 2-foot smile on her face right now.
Hey, boys, we got to move on because we went big in the rants early on, but it was a good conversation, so I don't mind that the opening rants went long. Anyways, I just got a couple basketball topics I want to talk about before we go to On This Day. Tom Thibodeau is now the head of basketball operations and head coach of the Minnesota Timberwolves. I just wanted to get you guys quick thoughts about it.
Game on!
Hey, that's a great move.
Game on!
I support it wholeheartedly. I'm happy for the Minnesota Timberwolves. I'm happy for Tom Thibodeau. I think it's a slam dunk for the Timberwolves because take a look at Tom Thibodeau and the Bulls under him. They were in the playoffs. They were competitive just about every year. And one thing the Timberwolves will be doing will be playing some pretty good defense. Should be interesting to see what happens.
You know where the Bulls fucked up royally?
Tell me.
Not letting him be in charge of basketball ops. Because he can manage the basketball ops and the head coach. The Garpax regime ain't working. I'm sorry.
Wait, Snowman, let me say this. Don't the Bulls have a pretty...
I don't agree with that, but go ahead, Frank.
Let me ask you guys that. Well, no, more Snowman and the Gluey Hump than you, Sean, because we follow the Bulls, and I know you follow the Bulls, but we're used to it here in Chicago. Do you get the sense that the Bulls have a bad track record when it comes to head coaches staying? I mean, we know about Phil Jackson, and we know about his tenure, but that didn't end on good terms. Scott Skiles, that didn't end on good terms. Tom Thibodeau, that didn't end on good terms.
Hey, Frank, add one more to the pile. Doug Collins.
Well, there was some controversy surrounding that.
Add Doug Collins to the pile.
All right, Doug Collins, fine. Doug Collins, 1989, entered Phil Jackson. But Phil Jackson was the head coach throughout the 6 championships of the 90s.
But at the same time, you can make an argument that Doug Collins, pushed him to the brink. Okay? Phil Jackson came in and took care of business. No denying that whatsoever.
I'll say this, no man. Let me say this about Doug Collins. I will for those first 3 Bulls teams of the early '90s. Doug Collins did lay the foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I will say this: Doug Collins should get his due. He was there in the late 1989. He left after the '89 season, but the foundation was set. 2 years later, they win the NBA championship.
Here's what I think of. And I'll make this quick because we're approaching the top of the hour. And let me get this plug out of the way. This portion brought to you by Dickie's Barbecue in Valparaiso.
Dickie's.
Here's what I think of this situation. You know what? The Bulls' loss is the Timberwolves' gain, big time.
I don't believe it. Yeah, I'll give you props.
Now you have a coach that can be a president of basketball operations and have an organization that he can shape and really put on the map the same way, in a roundabout sort of way Pat Riley did with Miami, and in a roundabout sort of way, the way Jerry Buss and Pat Riley did with the Lakers back in the 80s. Because remember, in 1980, the Lakers won the world championship over Philadelphia, but then after that season, Paul Westhead was shipped out. And then Pat
Riley was hired as Lakers coach in 1981. My thoughts very quickly, because we got to get this bash hour here very quickly, and Josh has got a couple other things. Minnesota needed somebody that hopefully could try to bring kind of the leadership, and hopefully Thibodeau could do that. But my thinking is the Timberwolves, okay, they got Thibodeau, who did a good job, I will admit, with the Bulls. I know that it ended in heartbreak, but you know what? The Timberwolves still have a lot of work to do. What free agents can they get? How much of a threat can this team be in the Western Conference? Think about it. It's been a dozen years since the Timberwolves' last playoff appearance. That was when they played the Western Conference Finals against the LA Lakers, lost in 6 games against them. So Minnesota has there's a lot of work ahead for the Timberwolves, though. Even though they got Thibodeau, I still think, would they be a threat?
They got the right person in place. Okay, Josh, what do we have next? Because we're
I want to give my thoughts on it. This whole Thibs thing, he's as much in fault of how that Bulls situation came to an end as Gar and Paxson were. I think both people should be accountable in those situations. Not one person's in the right and one person's in the wrong. I just don't see it that way, because if it was really that big of the issue, and they couldn't find a way to be grown men and get over it, then and if Thibs didn't want to be here, then don't be here. And I feel like this whole guard packs guard packs is the reason why this is happening is a cop out, because that's a narrative that's been spewed from Nick Friedel and the entire ESPN 1000 crew.
You know something, Josh? You have a point. I do agree with that. I do agree with that, because the whole guard packs regime has been dictated by Chicago sports media and not by who's really in charge. Again, it goes back to a point we talked about earlier about who's really in charge.
And by the way, ESPN, that's called doing research. I'm not afraid to call out what actually comes out of these issues.
Exactly. Yeah, it's supposed to do research.
And by the way, ESPN, the rant that you heard me earlier, I backed it up with a lot of facts. It's called research, bitches.
Yeah, it's called research, not being so stinking biased like Sorry.
It's not about kissing butt. It's not about kissing butt here.
Being
Right.
Like the Boston Shrine behind him, but I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Hey guys, another topic before we go to the top of the hour. Speaking of ESPN darlings, I said this to Sean before we went on there today. This may be the most uninteresting, vanilla, boring ass NBA playoffs I've seen in my entire life.
Preach it, Josh.
I'm not gonna saddle myself watching that nonsense. It's not basketball. It's
give you props. I'm not just gonna give you props. I'm gonna give you a couple of these. For that.
Hey, I'm gonna give you props for that.
I'm sorry to say, the black day that happened with the NBA is when they went from NBC to ESPN, because,
Thank you.
It's corporate, Sean. It's so corporate. It's bad. I can tell what's going to happen before the damn game's over. The NBA is so predetermined. It's come to the point I can't take NBA seriously anymore.
I know this will get me some props. Can we have a little bit of this one more time?
Yes.
That takes you back to a Sunday afternoon. That would, yep.
You know something? This NBA on ESPN Saturday primetime is bullshit. Because you already have the Sunday showcase. And
that's
then you
grade A homogenized bullshit.
That's grade A homogenized Holstein bullshit. You got the Saturday primetime package, and I feel they rushed the Saturday primetime package. They didn't take enough time to put that together. Why didn't you just stick with what worked, which was the NBA on Sunday? And ABC just needs its own entity, just like NBC and CBS were, when they were playing games on Sunday. I'll tell you what, I'll take a game. I'll take a Celtics-Lakers game on CBS, either in Boston Garden or in the Forum, than the bullshit they're putting out now. Sorry.
The shit in Loans Arena. Go ahead, Sean.
I know that one of the things is that I've got DVDs all the way back to Larry Bird era, and I always loved pulling out those DVDs I could watch of the old Boston Garden and Dick Stockton and Tommy Heinsohn for a couple years. They called some great games.
Yeah, they did.
And it's just sad that, the times we had growing up with the NBA being so popular and fun to watch. Me, it was the 90s and the Western. The Bulls were we all knew the Bulls were dominant.
Yes, they were.
But I'll tell you this, the Western Conference sure had some great playoff matchups. I think of the Sonics and the Jazz, Rockets and the Jazz, Spurs and Rockets. I mean, there would be so many.
The Sonics and the Suns.
Loved it.
How about that? The Sonics and the Suns.
We loved it. This was the stuff we grew up watching, and we had so much fun. And every time I go on YouTube, I think about how great NBA on TNT was, but even that's changed. It's so different.
Okay, before we go on, let me give a memory to Sean real quick. Game 7, 84 NBA Finals, June of 84. The final seconds, even though I wanted the Lakers to win, it was so great to see the crowd overflowing on the baseline. as they counted down the final seconds.
I have that DVD, bud. Yep, I do. And they
stormed the court.
You can't do that anymore.
And then Dick Stockton goes, and the Boston Celtics are the world champions. And the crowd just comes swarming into the garden, and the Celtics are going in there. And Red goes, whatever happened to the LA dynasty? You people been talking about a dynasty. Here's where it is right here. That's a dynasty. We're the greatest team in the world right now. And there they are out there.
But you know what? A few years later, the Lakers got even, and their fans stormed the court after they beat the Celtics in the form.
87, buddy. 87.
On that note, we got to move on.
All right, what do we got next?
I'm about to get nauseated by Boston Celtics talk here.
All right, let's move on.
Yeah, let's move on before Sean goes on and on and on.
The NBA is the soft era of today. It's the soft
on.
What do we have next, Josh?
On this day, 1969, Japanese marathon runner Yoshiaki Yunetani won the Boston Marathon. Yeah. On this day, 1970, sportscaster Kurt Gowdy became the first sports broadcaster to receive the George Foster Peabody Award for achievement in radio and television.
That's a real broadcaster, Kurt Gowdy. He was great.
He did the Red Sox. That's why.
No more than that. He called Super Bowl III. He called other memorable sports memories too. Yep.
On this day, 1984, David Palmer of the Montreal Expos pitched the fourth shorted perfect game in Major League Baseball history. His perfect game was called out due to raining after 5 innings. So, perfect game in 5 innings.
Yeah, there's got to be an asterisk by there.
All right, so birthday shout-outs before we go to the bash shower. I always like to give a couple birthday shout-outs. I'm going to start off with Queen Elizabeth, actually. She turned 90 today, the Queen. Tony Homo turned 36 today.
Who gives a fuck? Next!
Happy birthday, Tony Homo Romo.
I'm sure there's a couple people that are really celebrating that.
Yeah, Iggy Pop. Iggy Pop, the singer, he turned 69 today.
Is that his real name?
Yeah.
Iggy Pop?
Yes. Jock Peterson of the Los Angeles Dodgers, he turned 24 today. By the way, I want to say rest in peace to Doris Roberts, who played Marie Barone in one of my favorite shows growing up as a kid. Everybody Loves Raymond. I love that show. She's gonna be missed. She passed away a couple days ago.
That's what she did.
Yeah. All right. Next one. You guys see him on E Network, and you see him on a lot of movies. Terrence J, the actor, he turned 34 today. Oh, how about this one, Sean? I think you like this one. Tony Danza, he turned 65 today.
Happy birthday, Molly. I was always a big fan. I always liked Taxi. I still like the show Taxi.
That's one of the best intros, I think, in terms of TV intro music. That's one of the best of all time. The theme from Taxi.
I don't know if you guys remember this movie. This is one of my favorite baseball movies. Mr. 3000 with Bernie Mac.
Yes. It was actually on MLB Network the other day.
Yeah, it was. I forgot to watch that on MLB Network.
Well, the young guy that was like the best player of the team, the guy who was hitting a bunch of home runs, his name is Brian J. White. He turned 41 today. And then the last one, you guys see him on Fox all the time on the NFL pregame shows. Comedian Rob Riggle, he turned 46 today. So that's all of our birthday shout outs for today.
Happy birthday to them all. Yeah.
Happy birthday. All right, we ready?
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the guy with the shucks is ready. The guy with the items up for bid and his great sounds clips are up, and Josh has got all the annoying quotes from this stupid, lousy, overrated broadcaster. It's the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour.
Yeah, not only that I had...
Time for the Skippy Bayless Bash. Skip Bayless talks crap all day long. And now, it's our turn. We all know Bayless is a moron, but now... real stars like that.
One more time!
Please.
It is time for the action. Bayless Bash. Skip Bayless talks crap all day long. And now, our turn. We all know Bayless is a moron. But now, the real stars like that.
Let's go!
How many mics do we got today there, Josh?
Oh God.
How many?
Oh, no! Oh, no!
Well,
Well, like I said, last night was not a fun night for you, truly. I had to write down these quotes and in the meantime find out that one of my favorite wrestling personalities passed away at the same time. So, needless to say, I think this may be the best Skippy Bayless Bash hour because we got the most ridiculous of quotes that I've seen Skip Bayless come up with today.
No. Oh, boy.
And the total for mine?
21.
Oh, 21 mice. Look at
that's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah, Brownie Master said it best. Good Lord.
For those who don't know, the Skippy Bayless Bash Hour is a thing where I read quotes from his show No Take, and it's also his appearance on Stephen A. Smith's Sirius XM radio show on Mad Dog Sports Radio Channel 83. So not all these quotes are from ESPN2. I just want to make that perfectly clear. I'm the messenger. I'm not Skippy. Okay, just want to make that perfectly clear.
But I know one thing. Josh is sick every day of listening what this prick has.
Dude, Skippy, I'd be shocking you.
On your mark, get set, go.
Skippy Bayless said that my my Houston Rockets will win the next 4 games.
Oh, jeez! You know what?
Oh, there goes Frank.
You know what, Skip Bayless? That is a stupid thing for you to say. Oh, he's probably saying it. Oh, they don't have Stephen Curry. They won't win. They're not going to win because they don't have Stephen Curry because he's injured with an ankle. Scratch my ass, you jerk.
Scratch my ass. Go ahead.
The Warriors have the ability to sweep the Houston Rockets. Houston cannot keep up with them. Houston is not very good.
All right, I'll make you a proposition. If the Rockets win the next 4 games, they got to win 4 in a row. I will quit this show forever. I will quit Arena Sports Network and do no games, no shows.
You know what? Fuck you and that bet, Frank. I ain't gonna let you.
They're not going to win 4 games. That's the point.
You know that, and I know that. But the best chance Houston had to steal one was Monday, without Stephen Curry in the lineup, and they still gave up 115 points.
Hey, Frank. The Rockets win those games. You pay for me and the Snowman when we hang out.
Sure, deal. Hey, deal. I'll pay for both of you.
Okay, there you go.
I better say this.
Ain't gonna happen.
I love that soundbite. I remember we recorded it on the show. You actually,
the Rockets have got to win 4 straight. The Rockets have got to win games 3, 4, 5, and 6.
It won't go past 4. So
that's the purpose. That's why I'm making the bet. Go ahead.
Skippy Bayless said that he's a better analyst and host than Ernie Johnson.
Excuse me?
That's some grade A homogenized hosting bullshit.
Show some respect.
Ernie Johnson is a legend.
Yeah, the guy's a class act. Hey, you know, his dad, I got to tell you something about his dad, the former Milwaukee Braves pitcher. He's an Atlanta Braves legend.
How the crap?
It makes sense why he does all the TNT.
I remember when his dad was broadcasting Braves games on TBS.
Yeah.
Sean,
are you okay now?
How the crap, Skip Bayless, do you say that? That you brag about yourself all the time. You probably would say, oh, I'm a better broadcaster and I know more knowledge than Sean, Josh, Frank, and Snowman. I'd be like, you know what? If you were to say that about us, come right on the show right now and see if you really can overtake us.
Exactly.
You would get your ass kicked easily in a
But
heartbeat.
no, we got cleared by the ESPN PR department because we need a PR department for everything in broadcasting for some
Yeah,
reason.
and Skip would say, "Oh, I would come to your show, and I would have my assistant do my research for me instead of you."
That's fine. We'll still beat you. Hey, we'll still,
Still
debate.
beat you.
Yeah, we'll still
No,
debate. Go ahead.
Find them in the bid.
Even Snowman could easily kick your butt.
Here's the first item up for bids.
Ooh, what is it?
Uh,
Can I put that down my mouth?
The freshen our area from the bullshit that was just spewed.
yeah, exactly.
I
Hey,
like Johnson.
You know what the cure for everything is?
What?
Windex.
Ah,
Oh yes, Class Plus. Yeah, wipe. Yeah, we can just wipe all that stuff that Skip Bayless would say.
All right, next one.
Yes,
Skippy
next.
said Akeem Olajuwon was overrated, and Tristan Thompson is a better forward than Hakeem Olajuwon.
What the hell is that about? Akeem Olajuwon won 2 NBA championships. Oh my goodness!
Are you gonna leave me too, Sean?
We're all not hanging up. Otherwise, if we both hang up, our show will end. That is so stupid. Akeem Olajuwon. I used to watch Akeem Olajuwon in the mid-'90s, and I'm telling you, Akeem was
I
a
don't know
great.
where you said that bullshit.
He said on the Sirius XM
And
show.
don't forget, Rockets started their
What's up,
championship.
Tex?
Damn it.
Shut up! I had enough of this crap.
You know what? Even Snowman and Frank will agree with me, Josh.
how do you know we'll agree with you?
We grew up watching Akeem Olajuwon. He was a great basketball player.
He was a good.
I still remember the 2 championships that he won, 94 and 95.
All right, Snowman.
Akeem Olajuwon, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, David Robinson, Robert
Yep.
Parrish, Moses
Correct.
Malone,
Tim Duncan. Put that
Tim
on the
Duncan.
list as well.
Tim Duncan, Patrick Ewing,
Yes. And Alonzo Moore.
Alonzo Mourning. Thank you. All of those players could haul more rebounds in their fucking sleep
Yeah. Ha.
than Thompson can.
Yeah.
Next!
Skippy Bayless said that Matthew Dellavedova is the Tony Kukoc of the NBA.
Oh, my goodness.
That made no sense.
Oh,
That made no
Yeah,
sense.
Snowman just got up and left.
You know what? I gotta tell you, the gluey hump is right. The gluey hump is right, Sean. This is an unusual bash hour.
Josh is upset. I thought Frank was going to hang up, too.
Now you piss me off. You want to compare Matthew dumbass Dellavedova to the waiter Tony Kukoc? You dumb bitch.
Tony Kukoc was a great basketball player on some of those great Bulls teams.
Y'all see what I
Yeah.
have?
He won 2 championships.
That's right.
He was big. He was a big supporting cast in the 72 and 10, 95, 96 season.
Here is the next item up for bids.
What is it? It better be.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
You need to send me that clip, Josh.
Yeah.
Please do that. Yeah. Oh, please do that.
I deserve some props for that, though. Seriously, I deserve some props.
You're getting props from me.
You are getting props big time, brother. You need to send me that clip.
I will. I'll do it after the show's over.
Oh, and by the way, Skip Bayless, I have this for you.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Oh, okay. So Matthew Dellavedova comes out of the bench for the Cavaliers, and he plays like a rat. So that means he's the Tony Kukoc of today's basketball.
He plays like a rat.
Okay,
You know what?
Skip Bayless, you keep telling yourself that.
Hey, bonus clip. Oh, can't find it. Keep going. Go ahead. I'll have to do it.
All right. Skippy Bayless at the
No time.
Next. Yep. All right. Okay. Skippy said my Oklahoma City Thunder let me down the other night against the Dallas Mavericks.
Wait, I thought he likes Dallas.
Oklahoma City Thunder is going to get their ass kicked in Texas the next 2 games.
Game 3 is tonight in Big D, everybody. Get ready.
And the Dallas Mavericks and the old-ass Dallas Mavericks and Dirk Nowitzki with that pinky finger jumper are going to blow out OKC. Period.
I hate the new jerseys that the Thunder have. That white, like super tight jerseys they got.
They've been wearing those sleeves. They've been wearing those sleeves.
Yeah.
That's why they
rainbow flaggish.
That's why they belong in Seattle. They couldn't move to OKC. It still irks a lot of people here when they move from Seattle to OKC.
I hate to bring this up to piss off a lot of PC police, but I'm at a point right now where I don't care. Especially when I bring back Snowman in the morning, I'm going to say some of the exact same things and make them worse, and people will still listen because it's the truth. Why in the hell is Russell Westbrook dressing the way that he's dressing, and yet he's got cameras following him into the arena? What the fuck? What happened to the days?
Russell Westbrook comes through these games looking like a girl. I mean, I know Dennis Rodman was a weirdo, but Russell Westbrook is just taking it to the next level.
But unlike Russell Westbrook, damn it, I can't say his name. But unlike Russell Westbrook, Dennis Rodman took care of business.
Exactly.
Rebounding, he did.
Unlike Russell West. Okay, y'all want to talk about?
He was a team player. Russell Westbrook is not.
Y'all want to talk about how someone's dress has brought the league down? Let me give you 2 examples that haven't. Number one, Dennis Rodman took care of business no matter what he dressed up as. And the second example is a person that's going into the Hall of Fame this summer. His name is Allen Iverson.
Period.
And you know what, Skip Bayless? Dallas did what they had to do. They got the split. Everybody didn't even think they were going to bounce back and beat OKC. But they did just that. They shot the ball well. OKC did not play a good game. I watched parts of that game, and I noticed they didn't play very well. And you know something? They puked the game away and blew it.
I'm sorry, but Dallas is going to whoop their ass.
Hey, Sean, I think you might like this one. I think you might like this next quote.
Is it Boston?
Just a moment. It's got to be queued up the right way.
That's it.
Skippy Bayless said that mine.
Oh, no.
New England Patriots lost Super Bowl 46 because it was in Indianapolis.
What does that
Don't
have to do?
give me that bullshit.
Skip Bayless hate Indianapolis now?
Yes, he hates Indiana.
The reason the Patriots lost the game is because it started out bad, because they got hit with the safety in the first play of the game, then got down 9-0. And also Wes Welker dropped a pass.
That was crucial, yeah.
You know what? You don't do your research, Skip. That's the reason they lost Super Bowl 46, you prick. Yeah.
I hate to throw salt on a wound, and you know I'm picking at you pure and fun. But the New England Patriots were scared of the New York Giants because they lost to them before in the Super Bowl in Arizona.
Hey, they thought going to Walmart the night before the Super Bowl would bring the team together and get that confidence up.
Oh my goodness! I'm never going to Walmart again.
You get props for that, Josh.
Yeah, props too. I don't think I'll ever go to Walmart again.
Go ahead, Sean.
Worse is the fact that Josh asked what was the worst experience. Was it 42 or 46? Yeah. I'm always going to say Super Bowl 42 is the one that gave me the bad nightmares. Oh,
I know Jeff ripped you for Super Bowl 46. I do remember
you know
that.
What?
Yeah, and fucking Jeff ripped me because when the Patriots beat the Seahawks, and he ripped me for that, jackass. Doesn't like who I go for. Go fuck yourself.
Good, Snowman.
Y'all noticed Eddie was in here a few minutes earlier. I bet you that some bitch was like writing notes or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Sean, this is for you with the 2 Patriot losses to the Giants.
Oh no!
Which lends credence to my argument that the greatest quarterback ever is Joe Montana. Fuck Tom Brady.
Dude, you're a weirdo, dude. What is with you? Dude, you're a weirdo. Yeah, thank you. Dude,
Ain't nobody got time for that nonsense, man.
I don't.
4 minutes or what?
Sound like a damn pigeon.
Hey, shut up!
It's...
Oh, can I join you?
Wait, just a moment. While I'm taking pot shots at Sean, and I know he's going to be even with me throughout the course of the summer, have y'all ever seen a penguin full of Miller Lite?
Oh, God.
What am I doing with this?
A penguin with glasses.
Wait a minute. You add Sean's glasses, his love for the Red Sox, and take the haircut out of the way, you got Sean. All right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Seriously.
And the penguin walks like Pablo Sandoval in the baseball field.
Breaks on the way to Walmart.
Oh, exactly.
Hey, don't mess with Panda. I got his autograph yesterday. Come on.
Do y'all know? I will say this right now because I know this is gonna happen. Do y'all know how badly we picked on Sean for his birthday? I say that with this because I know my birthday's coming this summer, and these guys are going to
Josh got one coming in a couple weeks, so I wonder what.
Hey, man.
Your birthday's coming up.
Kayfabe, man. That's supposed to be confidential.
To be serious, Josh, when is your birthday, buddy?
Saturday, May 7th.
Oh, it's a Saturday. Oh,
It's a Saturday.
Whoa. That may be a special Saturday edition.
Oh.
That may be a special Saturday afternoon edition. As a matter of fact, I'm going to try to make this happen at one of our places downtown. I'm going to, and you know, Browning, I'm kicking your ass on your birthday, right?
I got a game that day.
No, not anymore. You don't. But I may set it up where Josh and I do a special sports drive and we call Sean on Josh's birthday.
I'll tell you what. Can we do it later on in the night? My game's in the morning. I'm available later in the day.
That's what I was planning. And you know what? And Josh, I say this very playfully. You know what we're gonna do to Josh? We're gonna get him drunk off his ass.
I actually know what? I don't want any part of that.
Oh, God.
Oh, you're gonna have a part of it, Frank, because we're
Hey, if you thought the Exelon files is something, wait till me and Big Win and Stoneman get together. Oh, God.
Oh yeah, and then you're gonna pick that Saturday. You're gonna pick a surprising Saturday to call me on my phone. Yeah.
You damn right.
Well,
you gonna join in on the show.
I can't believe I'm saying this, but it's the truth. I'm actually looking. Will you shut up, Ray? Fuck.
I know. We're going to Wrigley. We got to talk about that.
Damn. I can't stand these birds. I'm sorry. Anyways, like I was saying, I can't believe I'm saying.
Do we need Sylvester? Do we need Sylvester to come in?
No,
I thought I saw a Tweety bird.
Brownie, for the love of God, calm down. Stop. We'll play the video. Relax.
Shut up.
We're in the bath shower.
Brownie needs to settle down.
Anyways, like I was saying, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I'm actually excited to go to Raggedy Field with the Franks.
Yeah, we got to do that. We got to play it out sometime this summer. We will. I will get you there.
I just have 2 words.
That's terrible.
Hey, it's terrible, but I did want to hang out with the Franksters.
Well, I feel honored. We'll,
That's cool.
All right, Brownie, we'll play your video. But we got more to bump shower.
Now, next.
Okay. Skippy Bale said that Karl Malone should be the next head coach of my.
no.
Cleveland Cavaliers.
What? Oh no, Karl Malone, the head coach of Cleveland.
Come on, Snowman, the mailman and LaQueen.
Hey Frank, what do you think? What do you think, Frank's mailman McQueen?
Why?
Why?
What are your Why?
I love this show.
What?
That's the best answer. Why?
Look at Browning, Karl Malone. What?
What? Hey,
Wait. You mean this?
What?
what?
Ain't got no time for that.
What?
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah,
What?
Karl Malone.
And
Karl Malone.
You know, I hope one of these times I say Skippy quote and we hear a Darth Vader voice. I'm just saying that.
What?
All right, here we go. Skippy Bale said that my
Oh, good grief.
Chicago Cubs are on a roll.
I know they
Oh,
are.
we finally know.
I know
Oh,
they
wait a
are.
minute. Hold it. Time out. Penalty flag on the field.
Hey,
That
that's gimmick infringement. That's gimmick infringement. That's Snowman's.
Time out. Hold it. He finally.
I will allow it.
Go
I
ahead,
was
Sean.
He finally said something positive about a Chicago sports team. Wow,
It's a
Skippy.
miracle.
It took rocket science to figure that out. Oh my God.
I appreciate the compliment. Thank
Hey,
you.
don't you feel that the Cubs would be even more cursed with Skip Bayless endorsing them, though?
He'll probably say my Chicago Cubs are going to win the World Series since my Yankees suck right now, which they really do.
In case y'all didn't hear it,
Well done. I remember one time somebody blocked a shot at the Exxon Files and Snowman played that. I was just rolling on the floor.
I hit that button accidentally, and Melissa Avalos was cracking up. The kids in the pants were cracking up when I played that.
Yeah, we had that. We had that house rocking though.
Oh man, we had that house turned upside down.
Oh,
What's the next one?
oh man, I told you today's bash shower was going to be all over the place.
This is nuts. You're right. This is the most insane bash shower.
I
Since
think
we've
this
been
one,
on the air.
I think this next quote's going to be the most insane of them all.
Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Crap.
With the first pick in the 2016 NFL Draft,
Gosh.
Skip Bayless would select LeBron James.
Wait, read that again.
With the first pick of the 2016 NFL Draft, Skip Bayless would select LeBron James.
You are a LeBron ass kisser.
There goes Frank. I knew that.
LeBron, you're an ass kisser, you son of a bitch.
Josh, this is for you.
Yes. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, we got a video.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Drugs are bad.
Oh God.
You're bad because drugs are bad. Okay, it's a bad thing to do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs.
Damn it.
Do drugs, so don't be bad by doing drugs. Okay, that'd be bad. Drugs are bad.
Oh God.
Yeah.
How about
okay.
this? LeBron James goes into the NFL and he impresses Skip Bayless. He'll go to the Cowboys. He could go to Dallas.
So for that comment, this is going to happen.
That made no sense.
Here's one.
What?
Here's two.
That's terrible.
Here's three.
I'm a human being. God damn it. My life has value.
Here's four.
That is blasphemous. That is
Yep.
blasphemous. How dare you? How dare you say such a thing?
And to finish it off,
Hey, I got a special video for you guys, actually.
Let's see it. I love these videos. Let's see it, dude.
what we got next?
LeBron in the NFL. That's a goddamn joke. I'm sorry.
That 70s show. I actually thought the show was good when it was on Fox.
That's a bigger joke than the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl.
True.
Ah, damn it!
And he's dumb. He's a dumbass. You dumbass. You're a dumbass. 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 Such a dumbass. You're an ass. If I had mistletoe, I'd kiss you. If I had mistletoe foot, it'd be in your ass. Please yourself.